Hello, welcome to Retiring in Japan for the third day of September 2025. I'm a little late for my morning exercise. Let's run to join the team. Right up here. I think I can make it just in time. Let's start the day. Come join me. All right, so radio exercise went really well. I'm really getting it down. There's the first part and the second part. The second part was a bit of a challenge for me for a while, but I think I've got that down. So I'm meeting my friend at 2 o'clock. We have a record listening date. Sounds like something a couple of teenage girls would do. We're gonna get together to have some snacks and maybe some drinks and listen to records in the afternoon. What is that? I don't even know what it is. Is it Wednesday, Thursday, something like that? In the middle of the week, more retired activity, this is new for me because for one thing, if you watch these videos, you know that I often say I don't do hobbies, and I don't know if I've said this before. I've really never had friends. I really never had friends in my life. It's not that I'm against friends. It's just I'm distracted by other things. So, kind of cultivating friendships here in Japan and doing stuff that, even considering stuff that might look like a hobby. Otsukare-sama is kind of a new thing for me. But I'm all into new things this time in my life. Okay, so let's carry on. Dog walk, breakfast, a few other things, and we'll start the day. And there's the two older women that I always say good morning to. These two older women have figured largely into my, everywhere I've ever lived, especially when I've been doing these videos, a cast of characters has arisen, whether that be in Huntington Beach or in Menifee or Irvine. And these characters kind of are in the course of these videos. I'm going to say good morning to them, and they'll give me a peripheral good morning in return. Ohayou gozaimasu. They always walk together, unless they don't. Sometimes it's just the one of them. One day, of course, it'll be just the one of them. And they're always engaged in fervent discussion of whatever it is that two old women talk about. And sometimes when I say good morning to them, it's like they're distracted out of some deep discussion. And I say good morning, they're like, oh, ohayou gozaimasu. And I'll usually see them sometimes coming the other way with Yumiko as we head off for the dog walk. I think they walk up to the edge. I used to think they went to the temple. I think they just walk up to the edge of the softypapa, where the road becomes a dirt road and goes off into the woods. More umeboshi today, more okra, and more cucumbers. Let's go put some water on the plants and get ready for the dog walk. Lots and lots of hornets about, and lots of snakes about. And I'm getting hornets whizzing by me all day long now on the balcony, and snakes in the garden. I really need to come through and cut all this. It's going crazy. Watch out for snake skirt. Look at this. It's like this. There's just a wall of green. There's a spider over. And all this is going over again. Oh, tadaima. This is my spider web breaking stick. Lots of spider webs. There's one right there. Sorry, spiders. Look out for the snake skirt. Okay, I really got to get out here and harvest these. We've got these giant eggplants that really need to be harvested and eaten. And just abundant peppers everywhere. think there might be rain this afternoon, I think. How's the river looking? And there they are, the two women at the end of the street, reliably meeting one another. We're really settling into a pattern of walking, and of people, and of characters, and of a cast, so to speak, in a tableau-like experience of moments of life. It's September 3rd today, and my friend Ricky, aka Paprika Girl, over on the X platform, has a September challenge. It's a prompt challenge. Every day of the month there's a word, and we're to make some sort of an X post. It used to be Twitter, right? An X post reflective of that. And I've been doing videos, so I'm gonna go ahead and make my post for the day. It's called September Ricky. September Ricky, get it? Is the tag that we're doing. And so I'm gonna go ahead and make the clip, and then I'll show you the end result here, and then I'll post it over there. Come join us on X, that's where I live. That's my main platform. There's a community, literally a Twitter X community called Gaijing Twitter that, which is my home over there. So if you wanna really engage with me in any way, you can always send me an email, dinnerbytheriver@gmail.com. And I try to answer all comments and questions on every platform, but X is the place. Come on, join me. You can join the challenge too. It's just, September's just ramping up. I'm gonna get started, and you can see the result. Here it is. September, it's sweater time, right? Or is it beach day? Is it sweater? Is it a sweater day? Or is it a swimsuit day? September 3rd, 32 degrees. What to do? Woo-hoo. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, let's go out and do our maybe end of summer harvest. Would that be what this is? The garden that we planted yielded abundantly with little effort from us. Yumiko and I just basically planted it and left the garden to its own devices. That's about a bag, and here we go. What's that? Big one. fine. Now, I actually expect we'll get at least one more harvest out of that. Lots of the green peppers coming in, and eggplant as well. And now I'm gonna have to be very strategic in planning out next year's garden for the big producers, because this stuff just produces and produces and produces. I think I got it figured out. Lunch is done, and I completed a lot of stuff in the morning, and now it feels like, I'm just out walking Rudy a little bit in the backyard. My garden back there. I'm gonna go meet a friend in just a little bit. I just wanted to comment that the atmosphere, though it still feels like summer, it feels like it's about to tip the balance. I mean, it's not at all, it feels like autumn, but it feels like summer's gonna be really start to go into retreat mode any day now, maybe as soon as within the next 24 hours, if not today. Okay, I'm on my way over to ostensibly a friend's house, ostensibly. Well, why do I say ostensibly? Well, it's because I have to face something about myself, which is, as much as it's fun to sometimes spend time with people, I really have never, and it's high time I've come to recognize this. I've never really had friends in my life. I've always just kind of existed. People have come into my life, and we share time together, etc., but never really friends. So I have to keep that in mind, because I always seem to disappoint. No, I should say that's the right word. I ended up in situations where it's awkward, because I'm not one to be a friend, just like I'm really not one to do hobbies. So I know well enough not to entertain hobbies. I also have to know more about the other one, remember more about that, and especially here in Japan, be on the lookout for invitations into social settings that are not obligatory. The obligatory ones, the ones that I have to do as part of the community, I'll do that. And by extension, just some of, radio exercise is kind of like that a little bit. But, things like getting involved with the club, invitations to events, especially as I get to know more about my neighbors, I have to watch out for that and avoid that. I don't want to be going down that route, because it's hard to extricate yourself from that once you go there. Better to just recognize the reality of who I am. Spend time with people as time happens. Recognize that I'm not interested in friendship, not interested in hobbies, not interested in being part of any social groups. Just interested in utilizing, in the good use of time, in the way that I want to use time, in this time of my life of being free. So let's carry on. I've got some gifts, including the fresh veggies from the garden for my meeting with a friend, so to speak. Also, my new and growing comfort with silence is part of my new life now. Allowing that to be even a part of my social settings now. I'm ready. I think I am. Well, that was a lot of fun, and this is always the case. I mean, humans are wonderful. I really enjoy spending time with people. Thunder. Wow, I guess we're gonna get some rain. I really enjoy spending time with people. I just don't, I forget that. That was a really, really nice time. We sat in a nice room and listened to music and had a couple beers and some snacks. Maybe I should rethink my thoughts about friendship and, no, not hobbies. Just say no to hobbies. Anyway, time to go home and carry on. It's dinner time. Chicken and veggies. Is that from our garden?
Yep.
Wow. Bell green peppers from our garden. Rice.
Daikon and tuna salad.
Miso soup and umeboshi from our neighbor. Let's eat. Itadakimasu. All right, here's another installment in the ongoing saga of the end of my business here in Japan, and basically shutting everything down due to the fact that the majority, like 8 out of 10 of my orders in my business were from the United States. So now with the tariffs in place and Japan Post shutting down parcel shipment using the Japan Postal Service, I'm basically out of luck. So I mean, there's ways around it, but I don't want to explore those. I'm just like, enough time. I'll wait. I'll shut the business down, and I'm going to continue to add to the store, but in hopes of better days in the future. But until then, that's the end. So I got just now the doorbell rang, and the postman came by to give me my last 2 packages that Japan Post didn't deliver. So let me explain how these went. These were shipped out. I mean, I brought these to the post office. Let's see if I can see the date on here. This would have been the 29th of August. So that was last week. I mailed these out together that day. And so they didn't leave the country. So I think what happened was they went to Aichi, and they set up a processing center there. And I think what was happening was Japan was deciding what to do, whether they wanted to let the packages go. Now, what I learned just today was that the way the United States has initiated this, see, the customer, the buyer, pays the tariff. In the past, if a tariff was due upon delivery, the postman in the United States would knock on the door, ding dong, ring the doorbell. The American would open the door, salute, and say, "Here's your package. You owe us whatever the tariff is," and then the postman will hold onto the package until the American pays the postman, the U.S. government, their tariff, and then give them the package. America's decided they're not going to do that anymore with postal deliveries. Instead, whoever's facilitating the sale must collect the tariff at the time of the sale. So if instead, if it was someone to buy, this is a box full of tea. If they were to buy this green tea from me, I would, at the time of checkout on eBay or my Fourth Wall store, have a mechanism in there to assess and collect the tariff, which I don't know how I would then do this, give this to I would have to then give that tariff that the customer paid to me. I would then have to give that to the U.S. government. What? How are you going to do that? So Japan Post said, we're not going to deal with that. Like a whole bunch of other countries said so too. So they shut it down. So I got it back. Now, Japan Post is going to refund me my shipping. I've already sent both of these customers their full refunds for their purchases. And Japan Post is going to refund me for the money that I spent to place these in the mail. The way I need to do that is tomorrow I'll photograph both items. When they delivered this, they gave me a form that I'll fill out. That'll include the photographs of the items, our bank account information, and they'll wire the money into our bank account. And that's the end of that. So then I've got tea to last me for a while, and I'm really sad that this item didn't get to the customer. They were really looking forward to this one. All right, a little bit of a broken heart. Sad to see the business come to an end, but in a way, personally, I'm gonna really feel for those whose living depends on this. They're really impacted. My living doesn't depend on this, so I can just kind of walk away, and it doesn't hurt like it did the first time when I lost my business in 2008 for circumstances beyond my control. I'm okay. So, but that's enough of that. There's my update. So long business. So that's it for today. Miko is going back. She forgot something back at the house. There's her little light. I love our little place on the end of a Japanese cul-de-sac. Japan isn't really a cul-de-sac kind of country, but there we go. Tomorrow we're going to get our hair cut. We've got an appointment with Taka-san, our stylist, and his assistant. What is her name? I forgot. Anyway, looking forward to that. I really enjoy it. We do it pretty much every month. It's fun. And trying new things out. Feels like I'm pushing the envelope. Well, enough for today. We'll close for today. Thanks for joining me. It was a fun day. Continue another day of floating in the bag. Wish you all the best. Be safe, but not too safe. And may all your shipments from the Japan Post arrive safely. Ooh, awfully close to me. roughly how big it is. Yeah. It's September, which means the season for the Japanese giant hornets to begin to die. I've mentioned it before, this is the most dangerous time of the year to be around them, because they're going a little bit crazy with the loss of control of their queen, whom they've probably already killed, and they can become a bit of a monster if you're not careful. So watch out. I think we're gonna go get some ice cream. We're gonna get ice cream here at Mini Stop, which is it's the other convenience store kind of along in our neighborhood, along part of our walk. Yumiko's going inside to get it. This is also the convenience store that was the one that was close when we first moved to Japan in 2003. We lived just up the block, and I would come down here with my daughter, well, after dinner, and pick up ice cream for the family. So lots of happy memories of this place. Ice cream in just a sec. What's Mama got? Yeah, we got some ice cream for the summer. Summer feels like it's wrapping down.
It's melting.